Hello, this is Zeke.
Zeke, it is Charlie Cook. What's going on, man?
Hey, Charlie Kirk from Turning Point, USA, right?
No, Charlie Cook, C-O-O-K, from Riding Shotgun with Charlie.
What's Riding Shotgun with Charlie?
I drive people around and we talk about guns.
Well, I mean, I'm into guns, but you drive people around? Do we sing karaoke and stuff? Or?
We don't have to sing karaoke. We like to talk about guns. I just saw you with the NRA like a couple of days ago, man.
Did I agree to this?
Yes, you agreed to this. You gave me your home address. You gave me your number. You said, come by. I need the code to get in the door. The gate's locked.
All right, here's the code.
Oh, man. These guys, these prima donnas, man. Holy moly.
Man, I don't even remember telling you I could do this. But
yeah,
I guess I give you... What kind of car is this?
Yeah, it's what I got, man. This is my Charger.
All right,
you good?
We're ready.
All right.
I can stick my head out.
You could do that. I got Hickok in this car before. Come on, man.
Oh, well, he's taller than me.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
All right, before we start this episode of Riding Shotgun with Charlie, I want to thank you guys all for tuning in and watching the show. If you are new here at YouTube, we're glad you guys are here. We appreciate you being here. If you haven't hit the subscribe button, please do. Hit the notification while you're there because that is good for all things YouTube. If you're listening to the show in podcast form, please leave a positive review on your favorite podcast outlet because I know a lot of places do take them. And if you enjoy the show, if you have a good time, if you get something out of the show, if you find value, please share it with your friends because that is how we get the Stagecoach across America. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this episode of Riding Shotgun with Charlie. Today we are coming to you, or we are starting the show at Graceland, the home of Elvis Presley, with the tallest, most tattooed Elvis impersonator, Zeke Stout.
How's it going, man?
Dude, I am living the dream.
Don't you love when you have to do, like, on film, a handshake, and it's the most uncomfortable thing?
And they hold it a little too long.
How should we do this? Yeah.
As long as you don't start tickling my palm, it's fine.
You know, actually, my dad did a DNA test thing, and I'm scared that my beard's rubbing the mic. My dad did a DNA test thing, and it came back with celebrities you may be related to, and the one celebrity was Elvis.
What?
So I'm apparently genetically some distant cousin of Elvis.
Well, you're not getting any of that Elvis TCB money.
No, I don't think there's much left. But I'd take the jet, the Lisa Marie
right,
jet.
the Lisa Marie.
It's pretty cool.
So I remember coming here. My grandfather used to be a pastor here in Memphis, and my dad and his brothers used to swim across the Mississippi for fun because when you're a Nazarene, you don't believe in they don't have a tag.
Yeah.
Okay.
Drive out tag in Memphis. Be careful.
Okay. It expired.
And
it expired.
I'm going to let you know right
ago.
now. At some point in this interview, if we see a high speed chase, follow it. Just trust me.
Okay.
I'll tell you.
All right. You said to watch out for the cars that have paper plates.
Yeah, but drive out tags, typically Altimas, Infinities.
This is an Xterra.
Yeah, it's Xterra. We might be good.
All right.
There's Graceland.
There is Graceland.
It is not much.
It's I have been here once before.
Did you go in the house?
I did go in the house. I did go in. I did take the tour. All right. I did go in the house. I did take the tour. In the 1900s, I played with a band and we came to Memphis for 3 weeks.
In the 1900s? You're so old.
I remember coming down as a kid.
Yeah.
Right? Going to Graceland and standing in front of the gate. And then I remember in 1992, I was playing with a band and we came down to Memphis for 3 weeks. And my girlfriend from Chicago came down. And then my best friend from Chicago came down, and we all went to Graceland. And then I came back in the mid-90s with this woman that was my surrogate Jewish mother. And I think that was, I know, right? The roads are really nice here.
The roads are phenomenal here. It's great.
Just drop.
You know there's corruption when it's the second largest, or sometimes tied for first. Our population fluctuates. It's the largest or second largest city in Tennessee, so that's a lot of tax revenue, but our roads are like this. You know there's corruption somewhere.
This is disgusting, man. I'm so glad I got the laugh, or the beard mics for you.
Yeah.
There's cool. There's a cone in the middle of the road too. Nice.
But you took friends to Graceland.
Yeah, we went to Graceland, and I've been a few times, and I did go in and see the tour and go see where he was born, or go see where he's buried, and then the wreckers and everything, the gold lame suit. Yeah. I live in Memphis, and I've never been to Graceland. It's kind of like we were talking to somebody on the phone earlier. It's kind of, you're not a true Memphian unless you have never been to Graceland. Right.
Like nobody around here goes to Graceland.
Right. Why would you? You're locals. Yeah. I'd lived in Boston for the better part of 39 years, I think now. And I've never done one of the duck tours, where they have one of the duck tours. It's an amphibious vehicle.
Oh, yeah.
And they drive around Boston. They give you the stories, the history, all this sort of stuff. And then they go in the Charles River. Okay. And the Charles River used to be completely disgusting. And
go up and over. Well, yeah, you can't go straight there.
Okay.
Only they can.
Gotcha. So we need to go.
You can go in there when you turn and then go, what is this guy doing?
I have no idea. I do have the bull bars on the car, which are kind of nice. We might have the bull bars on the car, and I'm not afraid to use them. Anyway, so my longest friend came out with her wife, and she's like, "What should we do?" And I'm like, "Let's do the duck tour," because I've never done these. I've been in Boston for almost 40 years, never done the duck tour, and I may have been over self-served the night before.
Yeah.
And
Keep going straight.
All right. Anyway, so we're getting in the Charles River, and the tour guide is telling us how dirty the Charles River used to be. And he's like, but it's cleaner now. And I'm like, this is the great time to vomit right over the edge of the boat. The Charles River is the cleanest river in the Commonwealth. But I did not. So I'm proud of myself for that. Anyway, I'm finally glad that we are able to make this happen, because we've talked about doing this before. I've had you on the show with Mallory.
Yep.
I've seen you every place. Seen you at SHOT. Seen you at I think I've seen you at NRA. Seen you everywhere, man. You're everywhere, and you've been everywhere. You know everybody.
Was that a big guy joke? I'm everywhere.
No, not a big guy joke. You're like horse manure. You're all over the road. No, you know everybody. Like every time, we're having dinner last night, and I enjoy name dropping, right? Yeah. So I try to name drop, and then you double name drop. I'm like, oh my God, I can't keep up with this. So I'm like, oh yeah, I think I met somebody. Oh yeah, we used to hang out. We're friends. They came over the range. Oh, Jesus.
That's one of the, we were talking about being in media and being in that world, and you get to meet a lot of really, really cool people. You get to meet a lot of people that aren't so cool.
Right.
But you kind of learn who you vibe with, for lack of a better term.
Oh, sure. They're your circle.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's just funny, like, I feel like you and I vibe, but our circle's very similar. But we've never really, connected to we've talked about it a lot.
Right.
But we've never connected to do this.
Yeah.
At what point do we get to start lip syncing and doing karaoke? Because that's what I was told.
Who told you this?
Yehuda? They said it was like carpool karaoke.
Yeah, it's like carpool karaoke. It's
without the singing?
A fat guy that speaks English driving around.
Without the karaoke?
We could plug the radio in if you want. If you want to put something in. You're a heavy metal guy.
You're like, oh gosh, I just want to do an interview. Why do you have to keep asking stupid questions?
It's going to be a YouTube strike, right? It's going to be a copyright infringement.
We'll only do 16 seconds. That's how we'll keep it legal.
Okay.
16 seconds of 20 different songs.
Great. It's like a medley.
My dad used to always get ticked off at me when I would ride in the car. I'd be showing him different songs, new songs that came out. And he's like, can we just listen to one
let's
all
listen
the
to
way
one.
through?
Oh my gosh. One time I was in the car with the kids, and this is when Shine Bright Like a Diamond.
Oh, wow.
Shine Bright Like,
Yeah.
right? So it was a few years ago.
Yeah.
They say
that one more time?
No. That's my
good.
limit. I think they say that like 26 times in the song, because I counted it up. And then we turned from one radio station to another station. It was on again. I'm like, we just heard this song, didn't we? I can't do this, man. I can't listen to radio. All right, you've got a ton of stuff going on, man. You had a radio show with one of the Mandrell offspring.
Yeah. Vanessa and I had Projectile Dysfunction radio show. We put it on podcast. Yes, Projectile Dysfunction. She came up with that.
Nice.
And it was perfect, because I said, well, what are we going to call the show? And I'm thinking we're going to have like an hour-long brainstorm session.
Right.
She goes, Projectile Dysfunction. Said it once. That was the name. That was the first guess.
Next.
And that was it. I'm like, yep, that's it.
Oh,
From here on out, we are now Projectile Dysfunction.
That's great. All right, what are we doing up here? Staying straight?
Yeah, we'll just wing it.
Okay. If we winged it much further past Graceland, we'd be shot.
Yeah, probably. Or rear end a Toyota. Either one. You got bull bars.
I got the bull bars. I'm good. Stay straight or left?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the airport there.
Yeah, that's.
If you can't tell.
I can't. By the big FedEx plane up there. FedEx not a sponsor of the show.
Yes, but they could be.
They
for
could
the right
be
price.
for the right.
FedEx.
Everyone's got a price. All right. How did you become a gun guy?
So I was in the medical field for 13 years, and I decided to chase the money and went into medical sales, did pharmaceutical sales for a little while, started my own medical supply company, and then I was doing medical bed sales. And I got burnt out. I was on call every other week. I had been up for 36 hours straight, not a lick of sleep, and I was just burnt out. So I walked into a buddy of mine. I played high school basketball with him, and he's built this conglomerate in Nashville. They have Plaza Mariachi in Nashville. It's a multicultural mall. He had car dealerships, insurance companies, body shops, all this stuff.
Wow.
So I'm like, slid my resume is like, I'm burnt out. Give me a job. You can teach me whatever you want. And my degree's in biology and sports medicine. I had no marketing background, but he gave me a crash course in marketing, and I fell in love with it.
Yeah.
Well, in the process with him, we opened one of his car dealerships in a rough area of Clarksville, Tennessee. And hang on. My bad. We should have gone that way. Can you get back up and go?
Dude, I'm Charlie.
Oh, ooh. I'm impressed.
I'm Charlie, bitches.
That was kind of a turn on.
Yeah.
Did you just hit somebody? It sounded like you ran over somebody.
It'll be
I heard
fine.
tung, tung, tung.
Right. It's not Jersey. I do like that my car, if it tells me I'm going too fast in reverse, it beeps. You're like, hey man, the camera's not going to read and let you know what's back there.
So, in that process,
240?
yeah, 240.
All right.
So he gave me a crash course in marketing. We opened a dealership in the rough area of Clarksville, Tennessee, and I got my carry permit. Whenever I get into anything, I dive in absolute head first. I get obsessive with it. You could ask my wife, almost to a fault obsessive. And so I'm studying guns. I'm watching YouTube videos. I'm listening to podcasts. And at the time, there was only a couple of podcasts that were entertaining along with educational.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of them were just, here's the Glock 19, and it's chambered in 9mm, and you will enjoy shooting it, and the recoil will repulse. I'm sorry, Hickok, I'm not imitating you. For some reason, that sounded kind of like him for a second. He's much more entertaining than that. But anyways,
East
towards Nashville.
West. All right.
We're not lying. We are in Memphis. That was just a sign saying
sign that said
Nashville this
Nashville.
way. We're not trying to act hard saying we're in Memphis, but we're in Nashville. So. Can you tell this is going to be bouncing all over the place?
It's going to be all over.
You're welcome. So I'm watching all these videos, and I'm wanting more entertainment on the podcast side. So my buddy Marty / Left Hand and I was calling him, and that drive to that office was, an hour and a half every day, and we'd call and we'd talk about guns the whole way. And I'm like, dude, we need to start a podcast. And do you beep or do you cuss on here?
No one watches it, so cuss.
Okay, so he goes, what the fuck is a podcast? And I was like, all right, let me teach you. Well, two of the businesses that my buddy owned in that company were Mexican radio stations in Nashville. So I asked him, I was like, hey, can we use the equipment in the radio station to start a podcast?
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, as long as everybody's done their work and they're gone home for the day, go ahead.
Right.
So Talking Lead was started in a Mexican radio station in Nashville, Tennessee.
That's great.
And it was a blast. We were kind of the dummies that were like, hey, listen to us as we learn as much as we can about firearms. Maybe you learn something too. That was kind of our shtick.
Yeah.
Our fourth episode, we found out that within 30 minutes of us was Hickok 45, 22 Plankster, TN Outdoors 9. James Yeager was like an hour and a half down the road.
Wow.
Artisan Tony, he doesn't do videos as much, but he was down in Chattanooga. We had this weird little YouTube synergy in the Nashville area.
Nice.
And so I reached out to Hickok 45 and said, hey, would you like to come on the show? That episode got us in 117 countries.
Wow.
And within 6 months, we were one of the largest, if not the largest, gun podcast in the world.
It's unbelievable,
And it was
man.
kind of like, oh, what just happened? We might have something in our hands. So we started trying to monetize it, and then we got to do events, NRAs, SHOT Shows. And one of our sponsors ended up being another gunsmithing school that I'm not going to mention. But you can figure it out.
Right.
And I ended up going to work for them.
We should ask Tony Simon about it, right?
Yeah, exactly. Tony will know.
Tony will know.
So I ended up parlaying that. I told my buddy, that I was working for, I was like, look, I am getting to be really passionate about firearms. I'm not a car guy. I'm not real super passionate about cars and all the other stuff we do, but I like the media side, but I don't speak Spanish, so I can't really manage anybody in a radio station when I don't even know what they're saying on the air.
I don't know when to believe them.
Right. So I parlayed that into an executive position with that gunsmithing school. Was with them for 4.5 years. We grew 340-something-odd%, and it was a blast. Loved it. And I used those marketing principles that my buddy Mark taught me.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden on LinkedIn one day, I'm scrolling around, I have unread messages. I click it, and it's this casting agency. And, well, let me rewind. Before the casting agency. Vanessa Mandrell, now Brentlinger, she married an awesome dude, Jim. She was my co-host for the radio show Projectile Dysfunction, and we had that in Nashville. It was on an FM station, 99.7. And then towards the end of my tenure with the other school, so
also not a sponsor of this show.
Yeah. So I get this LinkedIn message. It's a casting agency. Hey, we'd like you to be a judge for the gunsmithing side of this competition show we're going to be doing. I'm like, it'll never happen. Sure, I'll audition.
Sure, whatever.
And I've learned when you audition for anything, if you don't care, like you just don't think it's going to happen.
That's the way to do it?
Yeah, you're more laid back. You're not nervous. You're not like, oh gosh, I have to get this. And I didn't give a shit. I was just like, all right, whatever. This will never make it.
Right.
So I auditioned. They loved it. They're like, yes, you're our guy. Then they go digging on me. And they see that I had a podcast, I had a radio show, we had a YouTube channel, and they're like, dude, we didn't know you did all this. Why don't you audition to be the host of the show?
Oh my gosh.
So I did another audition more as a host.
Right.
And same thing, I didn't care, I didn't think it was going to happen, never thought it would go to air. 8 months later, we're filming in Pennsylvania.
Unbelievable.
With another guest that you've had on the show, Ashley Lubinsky.
She's great.
She is absolutely amazing and the most amazing gun knowledge I've ever met in my life. I say she's like the Rain Man of guns. Like, there was a few times where I'd just name a gun and she'd be like, oh yeah, that was patented and designed by this person, then this company owned it, and then it was used in these wars, and I'm like, holy cow. It was amazing. Nice. I mean, she's brilliant. But it was a blast. We had a good time filming. It was probably the most fun I've ever had working in my life.
Yeah.
It was very stressful in an odd way when it went to air. I thought, oh, this is going to be fun. My kids are going to all of a sudden think I'm cool, which they never did.
Never.
But what I'm used to, if I do a job and something gets screwed up, I fix it. I learn how to fix it, or I hire somebody to fix it. That's what I'm used to.
Right.
TV, once it goes and it's out on the airwaves, that's it. It's done. If anything was wrong or screwed up, you couldn't change it.
Right.
And there was a few little hiccups here and there with the show, but nothing bad on the editing side. But it was fun.
We're going to take this one?
No. Just keep going straight.
All right.
So yeah, did the TV show. Unfortunately, it got canceled, but we did get a full season in.
Cool. Well, a full season is like what, 12 episodes now?
We did 8.
8.
Yeah,
oh,
8 episodes.
Sorry, never mind.
I think that's right. Yeah, we did 8 episodes.
8. That's cool.
Maybe it was 12. I don't know. I don't even remember anymore.
I don't know. It's crazy to me when you hear like American Idol and these other, reality shows. They're like, they're on the 34th season. They're like, they've been around for 18 years. How do they get 34 seasons?
And knowing how you make more money every season.
Right.
They're making a lot of money on a show with 34 seasons.
Oh, no kidding.
Take this section.
I'll take this section?
Or go straight. I'll show you different.
Oh, my gosh.
It'll actually give us more time.
Okay. Yeah, that looks like a little bit of traffic.
So, yeah, I can see all these shows that get, 10, 12, 13 seasons. I'm like, man, they're making a killing. Funny story. Grady Powell, who is now the host of Forged in Fire, who has lots of seasons.
Yeah.
He and I went head-to-head for the hosting job of Master of Arms.
Really?
And I got it.
Oh, that's awesome.
And he ends up being the host of Forged in Fire. I'm like, oh, man.
That would have been cool,
I
too.
could have been the Forged in Fire host.
Right.
But I loved it. It was fun. Then I took a little hiatus from the gun industry. I went and did marketing in the motorcycle world for Law Tigers. And I was their marketing director for the state of Tennessee. That was a blast.
All right, what's Law Tigers?
It's motorcycle injury attorneys.
Okay.
And that was a blast. I got to ride my motorcycle one day a week was part of my job to go ride my motorcycle.
What kind of bike?
I had a Harley Road Glide 2016.
Oh my God.
Oh, I loved it. I loved that thing.
That's awesome. So I'm not a motorcycle guy. I'm going to tell my motorcycle story. I'm not a motorcycle guy. My father passed away in 1978 when I was 8 years old. And he had 2 motorcycles. He had a Harley dirt bike.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And then a Honda Goldwing from the late 70s, right? Yeah. And my mom got remarried. She and her husband, I don't call him my stepdad, but my mom and her husband took a spill and they never rode him again. And they've been sitting in my mom's garage, which ended up becoming my sister's garage, for decades. And
they need somebody to come pick them up.
In 2019, I got two good friends that are motorcycle guys. One's a motorcycle guy, the other's a Harley guy.
Okay.
So he's like, he says he's got a Harley dirt bike. I'm like, oh, my dad had one of those. The motorcycle guy's like, it's not a Harley, it's an Airmaki. We're like, what? He's like, yeah, it's an Airmaki. He's like, no, it says Harley Davidson. He's like, no, it's an Italian dirt bike. Yeah. So they talked me into, we got up one day, it was February vacation. We get up one day and my buddy Steve says, hey man, let's go to the Midwest and this is after my mother passed away in January of 2020. He's like, hey, let's go pick up your dad's motorcycles and bring them back here. We'll work on them. Yeah. I'm like, you guys are always working on motorcycles. I'm not a handy guy. That's not my thing, man. Like I can't do this. No, we'll fix it. It'll be cool. So we load up his truck. We drive from Boston to Chicago. We pick up these motorcycles. We have a couple beers for dinner. We stay at a friend's house. We get up at 3 o'clock in the morning. Within 36 hours, we drove from Boston to Chicago, picked up motorcycles, and then Chicago back to Boston.
Oh, right? Wow.
Yeah. So I got the 2 motorcycles. And then we took the Harley to a repairman, and he worked on it. And then we took the Goldwing to a repairman, the same guy. And I dropped about $4 or $5 grand on these things, maybe. Wow. And then I find out that I can't get them titled because both of the people that I have titles have passed away.
Oh no!
Yeah, so I'm trying to figure out how to get them titled. I've had them out of the shop for a couple of years. I'm paying storage every month for them. And in 2019 is when they taught me how to ride. I think it was in summer of 2020 is when I went and took a motorcycle safety class.
Nice.
Look at these 2 motorcycles that I can't ride that I'm paying to store. What an idiot.
That's all right.
Anyway, so you have to ride the motorcycle.
Yeah, so did the motorcycle. Loved that. It was a blast to work for them. A really great company through and through. Ari Levenbaum is the head of it, and he's a great dude. Gun dude too.
Nice.
Yeah, really great guy. So then, while I'm working for them, I reach out to MGS, which is Modern Gun School. And I said, hey, I'd like to get back in. I had the itch. I wanted to get back into the gun industry. I said, you want me to do for you what I did for the other place? And they said, absolutely. I needed to get equity. So we negotiated, and I became a part owner in MGS Trade School.
Very cool.
Well, it was Modern Gun School at the time. We branded it to MGS Trade School just because everybody loves acronyms, and the big talk right now is all trade schools, trade schools, trade schools.
Right.
So get the marketing in the trade school name plus the acronym, the MGS, and everybody loved it, right? So we've been really successful with it. All the stuff that I wanted to do before, get more hands-on projects, which we have tons of hands-on projects. The first thing the student gets is a beat-up M1 Grand stock, and they have to refinish it. So they learn the woodwork, the staining, the sanding, all that stuff.
Yeah.
We've got projects where they learn to build their own hand tool, because a lot of people don't realize this, but gunsmiths get a lot of, they realize gunsmiths get a lot of old guns, but when you get a lot of old guns, there's not any tools to fix them sometimes. So you have to fabricate your own hand tools.
Oh my gosh.
So we teach them, that's one of the projects. Even something as simple as soldering two pieces of metal together, which is our most complained about project. Because everybody thinks that soldering metal together is the same as when you're in school and you learn how to solder on a motherboard or something. You just heat it up and it melts and you stick the wire in.
That's not how it works.
You have to clean it. You have to make sure the angles are right. You have to make sure you use flux. There's so many things to do that, and we get complaints all the time. And then we're like, did you follow the instructions? And they're like, yeah. And then they get it right once they actually follow the instructions. So all the hands-on projects, and then at the end of the school, you have a final build project as your final thing. You choose from a 1911, which we're about to go to a 2011, a Traditions muzzleloader, a Lone Wolf Glock style pistol, striker fire pistol, or an AR-15 from Rogue Ops. So you get to choose from those builds, do your final project, you get to keep the firearm that you built. And then in the Advanced 2 program, and that's in the Advanced 2 as well, in the Advanced 2 program at the end, when you graduate, you get a bunch of tools. Because where I was before, I would get emails all the time from grads going, hey, great, I built an AR-15 for my final project. How do I start a gunsmithing business with that? And I was like, oh. And I thought about it, and my brother-in-law at the time, he went through auto diesel school at Nashville Auto Diesel College. And when he graduated, he got like a pallet of tools.
Really?
Yeah. And I was like, oh, well, why is that? He goes, because these guys, when they graduate from auto diesel college, typically don't have a whole lot of money because they just spend it on school.
Right.
And had to live somewhere because a lot of those places don't have dorms and stuff. So they're having to rent wherever the school is.
Yeah.
And the schools make it to where they have all the tools they need to go to any body shop, any mechanic shop and say, I got what I need. I got the certificate. I'm ready to work. And they're like, there's your booth. Go set it up how you want. Right.
That's cool.
Why don't gunsmithing schools do that? Even the brick and mortars don't do that. So I tried to do it at the other place and it didn't work out. So that was one of the first things I did with MGS. And you get almost $1,400. It's like $1,300 something dollars worth of tools, belt sanders, tabletop grinders.
Wow.
All these different things. So where if you want to start your own shop in your garage or at a brick and mortar or some strip center, you can do it. Or you can go to a gunsmith or a gun shop that doesn't have gunsmithing and say, hey, look, I can generate more revenue for you.
Right.
Okay. And, it's a really cool program. And it's affordable. That's the other big thing. It's less than $6,000. It's right at $6,000, but I always say less than $6,000.
Right, because
technically it is. It's like $59.99. That's less than $6,000.
Just barely.
And then so we're affordable. You're not strapped with a bunch of student loans. We do offer a payment plan, but it's interest free.
Nice.
It's not a traditional student loan where you're getting gouged with interest or anything like that.
Right.
And it's a really, really great program that you can get a lot of hands on because we ship them to you and you ship them back to us and we grade them. So
that's
been
cool.
Fun.
That's cool.
We've grown exponentially. And oh, dude, there's a high-speed chase.
Oh, Jesus.
Dude, we got to follow him.
All right, let's go.
Dude, follow him. Trust me. Just
Let's go.
Trust me.
All right.
Oh, wait. Did you see that bag?
Oh, yeah, I did.
Dude, that bag just went flying. Okay.
All right,
pull over here.
Let's go.
We got to find a place. Right here.
Dude, I can't believe he's hopping out. I have no idea what this guy's getting, but
dude,
high-speed pursuits, holy crap.
Dude, I told you, if we see a high-speed chase, follow it. And this is the reason why. We've got the best drop guns in Memphis. We really do. So, like, if you just follow the high-speed chase,
right?
Inevitably, there's going to be a gun that goes flying out the window.
Oh my God!
And let's see.
Let's see. We got a bush gun here, right?
Yeah. Well, no, the gun bushes is a different thing. We can explain that.
Jesus,
dude. Yeah. See, look, got a staccato C2. Yeah, very nice.
Look at that.
See, told you we had the best drop guns in Memphis.
This is the only episode where somebody else made some money and I did not.
Yeah, I'll split it with you.
I love it. That's awesome.
Disclaimer: riding in shotgun. Riding shotgun with Charlie does not condone following high-speed chases. Also, that was BS. That was a sketch. You don't have to say the sketch. So that was fun.
That was fun.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Nothing like high-speed chases in the middle of the day.
Right.
But anyways,
MGS, yes.
If you want to know more, if you want to enroll, you can just go to mgs.edu. If we get enrollments, I might actually sponsor Charlie. I don't know. We'll see.
Yes, please.
I think we can do like $20 a month, something like that.
I was thinking about this.
You just said screw that. Let me tell you what you're going to pay.
Yeah, this is what we're going to do. You're going to sign me up.
Okay.
If it works, I'll pay for it. If it doesn't work, I'll just send everything back. It'll be unharmed.
That sounds like a gym membership you had.
That is a gym membership I had. If you join the gym and lose the weight, fatty, we'll give you your money back. Oh.
Did you get your money back?
I got my money back.
Okay. Yeah.
I got my money back. Oh, man. Yeah, the gym membership.
We'll work something out.
We'll work something out because I'm not a handyman. So I was doing in summer of 21. I was going to do a.
Hang on. Oh, there's my phone. Okay.
Summer of 21. I was going to do a Mag 40 class in Sioux Falls, and I was like a couple weeks before then. I was doing a handgun class at the SIG Academy up in New Hampshire, and I'm using a Glock 19. I have a Gen 2 19. And my mag was falling out like a couple weeks before the Mag 40 class while I was up at SIG. And I know it was the mag release that was the problem because I could push in on the mag release from the right and the mag wouldn't come out. And when I take my finger off, it would fall out.
Okay.
So I'm doing a class at SIG. Bang, bang, poof, drops out, right? And of course the instructor looks at me and I'm like, it's really... it's not that I don't have it seated in here. And I showed him what it was. And he's like, well, you need to get a SIG. And I'm like, I can't afford a SIG. So that's out. And then I swear to God, he was doing a demonstration and his mag fell out. And he looked at me and I'm like, kind of gave him the look like nodding my head, right? But anyway, so it's the weekend before I'm going to drive to Sioux Falls and do this Mag 40 class. And I went to every gun store I found, or every gun store in the area that was open on like a Saturday afternoon. And I found an extended magazine release for my Gen 2 Glock 19. And I had no idea how to put it in. None. So I called up a friend of mine who's been through this SIG Armorer course several times. I'm not going to say who she is, but she runs a big group of women. And I said, hey, would you, if I bring all the parts out there, could you put this back in? She's like, oh, I'm not really comfortable doing that. I'm like, you've been through the Glock Armorer course. What are you talking about? So I watched like a video 7 different times. I felt like a hero when I could pop the spring out, take the old mag release off, put the new mag release in. I felt like a rocket surgeon, I really did.
Rocket surgeon.
A rocket surgeon.
There's medical school for rockets.
No, rocket surgeons are
interesting.
Yeah, it's like the brain surgeon and the rocket scientist.
That's
absolutely awesome. The rocket surgeon. And I the house I had, I put in a dimmer one time, and all I wanted to make was to make sure the house didn't burn down. That was it.
That's an important part of doing electrical work.
It is, for sure.
It's not good if it burns down. You probably won't get another job.
Probably would flunk that class.
Most likely.
Yeah.
That's kind of how it works.
So when I was in high school, I did the intro into industrial arts.
Okay.
I had no idea what it was, but it was a week, a quarter of drafting, a quarter of woodwork, a quarter of metal shop, and a quarter of auto shop. And for auto shop, we had to bring in a lawnmower that didn't work and take it apart and put it back together. So I brought a lawnmower in that didn't work, and then 9 weeks later I brought it out in a box. So I'm like, you know what? Every man's got his strengths, and this one is not mine.
I don't understand my brain to hand workings. That's the only thing I can think of. Coordination.
Let's go with coordination, sure.
Because if you give me guns, schematics, a couple YouTube videos, or stuff that I already know about, I can do it. And it's a machine just like a car.
Right.
But I have some kind of mental block when it comes to working on cars. I can change oil and I can change a tire. That's about it.
That's about it.
I've tried to do other stuff. Well, I take that back. I did replace an alternator on my 1985 Honda Prelude. So I was able to do that. But everything else, I just can't. Like, I don't know what it is. I think it's just a mental block. But guns, yeah, I can do that all day. Not well. In fact, pretty bad.
Right.
But they'll still run.
As long as it runs, man. As long as it runs.
Yeah.
I got this from somebody. He said if you're taking something apart, that you should, if it's got springs in it, because the first time I took a 1911 apart, you know, the spring did go flying out, right, with the bushing. But he says what you should do, if you're not sure what you're doing, you should do this inside of a Ziploc bag. Inside of a gallon Ziploc bag.
That's actually not a bad idea.
Because if the springs go flying out, they stay inside the bag.
Yeah.
So maybe you can include a Ziploc bag with all the tools.
That and the, have you seen the magnetic pads that you can put on your workspace?
Those are pretty cool.
It, like, just kind of sticks to it.
Right.
Unless it's a super strong magnet, then you're just an idiot for putting that there. Because then you can't even pick it up.
Yeah, that's going to be a problem. That's going to be a problem.
So is your goal to do this show and just work your way up to like a Lambo or something?
My goal is to do a show in every state. So I've gone on trips, spoken at Gun Rights Policy Conference and SHOT Show and, you know, whatever, NRA stuff. And if it's someplace that I fly, I might rent a car. Like it all depends on what the trip is. Like I went to Denver a couple years ago and did some shows in the Denver area, and I got to interview Michael Bain. I love that I get to tell people that I've been to the secret hidden bunker.
Nice.
Right? Which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I rented a car for that because that was a trip that I was going on. That was about a 4-day trip to Colorado. But I've done trips to Gun Rights Policy Conference, and I'll end up borrowing someone else's car. Mm-hmm. So, you know, and I end up doing that. Yehuda's got a great story. The first year he was at GRPC. It was in Dallas. I went the year before. I went in 2016 for the first time. He was there in 2017. And I said, hey, I interview people. Can I borrow the car? And his wife made cookies.
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool. And then he's like, I let Charlie borrow my car on Sunday afternoon, and I'm sitting in the lobby for 3.5 or 4 hours. He's like, because he just took off with the car. I'm like, I told you I had to film some shows, man.
Speaking of, I'm just going to do it. I'm going to have him hijack this episode.
Nice.
Wow, I didn't know I had these little curly cues popping out. Hey, what's up, man? I've been kidnapped, and I need your help.
No.
And I might as well do this too, so people can see you.
People can see.
Is it that camera or that camera?
It's all
or that
of,
camera
it's
or that camera. I don't know.
This is right. So editing's not difficult now.
Yeah,
now
I'm doing this just
difficult.
so he has a nightmare editing job.
Well, at least he didn't steal your car for 4.5 hours.
That's what he was just talking about. That's why I was like, as he's telling me the story, I'm like, I'm FaceTiming.
Right. I'm like, Yehuda's wife made cookies for us, but he complained I took the car for 4 hours. Oh.
Well, now it's like silence. Like,
right,
oh crap!
okay,
now
so
what
now
do we do?
what
We're
do we
actually
do?
filming.
Right.
We're like, uh-oh, dead air.
We got three
I just
guys.
screwed the whole show up.
We got 3 guys who like to talk, and nobody's talking.
Well, I just thought I'd make you a part of my episode.
I appreciate that.
All right, man. We'll talk to you later.
I'll talk to you later, Charlie.
All right, take care, man. We'll see you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the Pew Pew Jew.
Cameo. Have you ever had a cameo
cameo
on a show?
I've had a phone call. I've had a couple phone calls.
Nice.
Yeah, one of them I had a speakerphone, so that was pretty cool. The other one, I had a car that did not have the speakerphone, And I was interviewing Ed Monk in Boston back in October, and I got a friend who's a huge Ed Monk fan. So he's like, "Can I call in and ask him a couple questions?" Sure, why not? So, all right. So we did that. That was pretty cool.
Now, have you ever interviewed a member of Cameo on your show?
I have not had the band Cameo on the show. I've not. I haven't. I don't think I've had. I don't want to say I haven't had any musicians, but I haven't had any big musicians yet. It's so of course I took the idea from Carpool Karaoke, and my the dream episodes that I want to do are I want to do a show with Ted Nugent as we're shooting hogs with M16s from a helicopter, because that sounds badass.
Yes.
I wanted to do a show with Charlie Daniels.
That would be cool.
And then I wanted to take a fiddle lesson with him. So I actually took violin lessons so I could play well enough to take a lesson from him. And I'll tell you, this is one of the things Yehuda said a long time ago at the Alternative Multimedia Conference. His thing is, but did you ask? Right? But did you ask? Did you ask Charlie Daniels? Yeah. Did you ask Ted? Did you ask these guys to do this?
Yep.
So the first time I went to SHOT Show was in 2017. A magazine company in Connecticut brought me, and I'm like, what do you want? They wanted me to do a gun grab for them.
Yeah.
Playing the trumpet, shooting a gun at the same time, and they're like, yeah, you can come to SHOT Show. You get out there, find a place to stay, we'll get you in. All right, cool. So made it all happen. And I'm like, what do I need to do? And they're like, nothing. Just don't embarrass us.
Yeah.
Okay. So I get to hang out with some friends, and it's easy peasy. And then I met Charlie Daniels that year, and I just got my pitch with him. I gave the lady his card. I gave her my card. I got her card. I said, hey, I interview people in the car. I'd love to have Charlie Daniels on the show. Come down to the hills of Tennessee. Like, that sounds so cool. And she's like, yeah, we'll see what we can do. And then it took me a year and a half before I got the Stones to call her up and be like, hey, this is who I am. I know you don't remember me because we met so long ago. But I said, I would love to have Charlie Daniels on the show. And she's like, well, he's fixing the gear up for the summer tour. Maybe when he slows down. I'm like, he's 81. When is he slowing down? And then a few months later, he died. So much for that, Charlie.
That happens. It stinks.
It totally happens.
But you gotta ask. You did the right thing.
You do. You do have to ask.
There's so many people that we've interviewed, whether it's the radio show or Talking Lead, that it was a good lesson for me, because I actually started another YouTube venture called Dilligolf. You've heard of the term Dilligaff, right?
Yes.
Do I look like I give a fuck?
Right.
Well, I was like, my son made his high school golf team.
Yeah.
He wanted to play more golf. I've played my whole life, but I absolutely suck at it.
Right.
And I'm like, I'll go take him to play a few times. And he smoked me every time. But I was like, hey, I'll do like I did with Talking Lead. I'll form an LLC, do a YouTube channel. That way I can write off all these golf expenses. And I did. Boom. And all of a sudden, Dilligolf has over 10,000 subscribers in 4 months. Oh my
gosh.
And I'm like, whoa. It took me like 2 years to get 10,000 subscribers when I did guns. And now I do golf, and I'm allowed to grow that fast. So there's part of me that's super excited, but then there's part of me that is like incredibly angry and jaded. But if you like golf and you like watching people that suck play golf, it's not about watching me suck play golf. It is the conversations, it's the ball busting, it's the jokes in between holes on the golf cart. That's what the fun part is. And then I do some reviews too.
That's cool.
The review side, there's clubs and stuff that will help correct certain things, like a hook or a slice and stuff like that. But all the reviews I was seeing about those were like these scratch golfers and PGA pros. I'm like, you don't have a slice. Why is anybody going to listen to you review a club about a club that's supposed to help you fix a slice when you don't slice?
Right.
Unless you want to, because they know how to curve that ball.
Sure.
So I think people reacted well to that, and me doing reviews from a person that really sucks. And do I look like I golf? No, I don't.
Not at all. You're 6.5 feet tall.
Yeah,
got sleeves of tattoos on your arms. Get to
golf.
That's great, man. Do I look like I golf? That is cool. Making the YouTube channel grow is it's a chore. It is really a chore.
A lot of people don't realize it, and I don't understand why the trolls feel like and you have the right to do whatever you want. First Amendment, I believe, applies to any kind of social media platform, including YouTube.
Sure.
But they feel like they should go, I want you to do this. You should do more. Why don't I get more than one episode a week or one video a month or whatever?
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, they don't realize you don't just film it, blah, 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 and it's like TikTok, you hit send and it's on.
Right.
No, you got to edit. And when you're editing audio and video and everything like that,
Yeah.
if you, like this episode may end up being 40-something minutes, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's going to take Charlie probably 3 to 4 hours
Oh, yeah.
to edit that down.
If
to
my
40
computer's cooperating with
minutes.
me, for sure.
Exactly. And people don't understand that. Podcasts are even harder. For every hour in a podcast, it usually took me about 3 to 4 hours because you don't have the visual cues.
Right.
You actually have to listen to the whole thing all over again. At least with
totally.
videos, sometimes you know, oh, this is where, I shanked that golf ball into that guy's face. I can kind of scroll through, oh, there it is. There's
Right.
the guy bleeding out of his mouth. Okay, I'll edit that out.
Right.
Or leave it in because
Or
it's
leave
funny.
it in, right?
Yeah.
Because we need the views. It is a lot of work. And I always jokingly tell people that I felt like a terrorist when I started editing video because I just wanted to know how I could put the 3 cameras together and make sure that it didn't look like a Japanese B movie.
Yeah.
And that was it. And like it's raining really bad right now. And the old, before I get this other device, the microphone would pick up the weather and the motorcycles and, cars with loud engines and all sorts of crap. And I'm like, and then I had somebody
Rain.
last week, right? I had somebody last week, there was a little bit of scratchy noise and he's like, what happened right here, man? Come on, do better. Do better? Are you serious?
Yeah.
And then I look at this guy's YouTube channel. I'm like, you have
nothing.
0 views.
Right.
You have 0 views. You have 0 videos. You have nothing. And you're going to tell me that I should be doing better?
And no matter what anybody, trolls don't bother me. Trolls, if you're a human being and you're not a sociopath, it's going to bother you a little bit.
One of the motivational speakers I like to listen to says 1,000 positive comments plus 1 negative comment equals 1 negative comment.
Yeah, exactly.
And
the first troll I got with Dilla Golf was similar, like the do better thing.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, you talked for 5 minutes before we ever saw you hitting the ball with the club. And I can't believe, what kind of review crap is this? And same thing, I went to his channel. I'm like, oh, well, let me see. I even commented before I went to the channel. I said, well, let me see how you do reviews and I'll try to emulate that since you are so adamant about, you don't post a single video. You don't have any subscribers watching, but you're telling me how you want. I will make sure that I make all my videos cater to this one person and how he wants to see reviews done.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. In 2021, I had a great year. I had, I think, 4 episodes that I needed to edit going into, it was about February of 2021. I went down to an event in Florida and I filmed 5 shows down there.
Right.
Then I went to Seattle and I filmed 5 shows with some of the people from the Second Amendment Foundation. I got to drive Alan Gottlieb's Corvette around.
Oh, nice.
So I was on this buzz where I'm like, when people tell me that they're into the second, or how into the Second Amendment am I? I'm like, Alan Gottlieb lets me drive his car around. You tell me how into the Second Amendment you are, man.
There you go.
So anyway, I did 5 shows in Florida, and then the next weekend I did 5 shows in Seattle, Tacoma, Bellevue, Washington area.
Nice.
And I was flying home from Seattle, and I'm like, I put out 2 shows a month. I have 7 months worth of content.
Yeah, it's a good feeling.
It is. Then I'm like, or I could put a show out every week.
Oh, once you do it, you can't go back.
Right. So that I went to. After I did that, that's the year I went to the Mag 40 class in Sioux Falls. I filmed 4 shows in Sioux Falls. 3 or 4 shows in Sioux Falls. I filmed one in Nebraska on the way home. I filmed one in Kansas on the way home. Then a week after that, I filmed 2 shows in Ohio. I had a boatload of content, and I was cranking out shows for, I think, 42 out of 52 weeks of the year.
Nice.
And it's just like it's great. All right, and YouTube was like, if you want to monetize on YouTube, you have to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of viewed videos.
It's such a moving target.
Oh, and then
now it's gone up.
I was at that time I was at 3,600 hours in a calendar year. It's not calendar year. It's not the whole time.
Right.
It's a calendar year. And then I made it to the fall, and then I got to November, and I only had like 3 shows left.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm going into Thanksgiving and Christmas, and like I'm not traveling, I'm not doing anything. So I went back to putting shows out on the 2nd and 4th Tuesdays of the month. I got one message from a friend of mine. He's like, hey man, where's the episode today? I'm like, I got nothing. I have 3 shows and then I'm out.
Yeah.
He's like, all right. And I'm like, nobody else said a thing about this. And I'm like, well, I'm busting my ass for me to have something and be able to put it out.
Yeah. Well, and the algorithm wants you to put more. I'm staying on the left. The algorithm wants you to put out more and wants you to be consistent too,
Right.
And that's the hardest thing. I made that mistake. I was laughing at you because I made the same mistake.
Yeah.
With Dilla Golf, I started putting out a video a week, and then I would turn those videos into shorts. You know, so the shorts were easy because I just used an AI software called OpenClip.
Not a sponsor of the show, but they should be.
Yeah. But it was one of those things where all of a sudden, if I'd miss a week, I'd get comments, I'd get messages. My numbers would drop. Because the algorithm's like, oh, nope, he's not consistent.
He's not
Let's
around.
pull him back down.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh. So I haven't put out a video in like 4 months. And I need to get them back, no, longer than that, 5 months now.
Jeez.
And I need to start putting more out. But the other downfall of it being golf, unless I have an indoor place, which I do in Memphis, you know, it is a great place. It is called, hang on.
It's such a great place. I can't remember it.
Yeah, it is. The place is called High Tea. It's an awesome indoor golf center. They've got the simulators, so you can play on any golf course in the world.
Oh wow, that's pretty cool.
It's pretty cool. But you're actually hitting real golf balls. The cameras track where it's going to go, the spin, all that stuff.
Oh my God, that's cool.
And Ethan is amazing. If you're ever in Memphis, check out High Tea Golf.
High Tea Golf.
Yeah, it's an amazing place. So now that we're coming back to my house that I didn't even know I gave you the address to. What the hell, Zeke? I mean, do we get to do karaoke? You know, Slipknot, little Metallica. You know,
yeah, very little.
Lamb of God.
Something fun like that. Some good Irish Christian boys.
Yes. Lamb of God. Yeah.
Lamb of God.
Yeah. That's what I would always tell my mom. She thought all had it's pound. Oh.
Nope, we're not going to say it. We'll button it up.
Yes. Okay. My mom would always think that all my heavy metal songs were like devil music. So Lamb of God comes out, and I tell her I'm listening to a Christian metal band. They're not.
That's awesome. Zeke, thank you so much for being on, man.
Here's the awkward shake again.
I know.
Yes, let's just,
Let's woo.
Okay, it got really awkward there.
Let's end it really quickly.
And cut.
All right, so we're going to put some links to MGS and to Dilly Golf in the comments below. If you have not joined the Second Amendment Foundation, you can join them at saf.org. You can check out all of your favorite pro-freedom podcasts at sdrn.us. That is the Self-Defense Radio Network. If you made it this far, you got to share with your friends because it is how you get the stagecoach across America. And we will see you guys next time. Thanks for tuning in.
I didn't get to ride in a stagecoach.
Oh, for God's sakes.